And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, your Tampa Bay Rays.
Just about set to go on the hill here today, Drew Rasmussen.
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter, and really he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. This looks like extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Next one off the plate inside. And now 3-1. Bichette, the runner at second with one away. That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes deep, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 2-0.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Dives, but it falls, and now it looks like extra bases. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Diaz calls it in, 2 away. Here's Matt Chapman.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
For the Rays, the first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
That's hard hit on the line. Kiermaier snags it on the run. Here's Wander Franco. Singy Alec Manoah has turned into one of the better starters in the American League. Blue Jays drafted him out of West Virginia. He was the 11th overall pick in the 2019 draft.
Yeah, and just a year later, a big league all-star. So developed pretty quickly and a front-end rotation guy for the Toronto Blue Jays.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it's off the wall. And that's a double.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
So 2 down. Now up for Tampa Bay, Brandon Lowe. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Brandon Lowe bops one out of here. And this game is tied. It's 2-2.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Harold Ramirez. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The pitch. Pops it up as he checks his swing. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. The Rays with a 2-run homer. Back here at Tropicana Field, top of the second, and now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH, Brandon Belt. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. To the warning track, makes the catch.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
Tied up here in the early going. Next pitch is popped up. Paredes settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's Kiermaier now.
Pretty amazing, going way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
The pitch. That's inside. And now 3 balls and a strike. Bo Bichette waiting to hit for Toronto. Down front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach. I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
First and second, 2 down. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. In the air, out towards left center. Siri makes the catch. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Rays, Manuel Margot. This one smoked out to left. Varsho makes the grab, 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Crushed in the air. Left center field. Way back there. No doubt about it. This place is absolutely loving it. And the Rays take the lead. It's 3-2.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
1 down. And here's the catcher, Christian Bethancourt. That one ripped. Kiermaier going back on this one. Still going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Got him. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now. Back now in Tampa Bay. New inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, these Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count. And they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And the pitch. Kirk tries to hold up, appeal to first. That's a swing according to umpire Woody Keller. Out towards right center field. Margot on his horse. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And there's 2 away. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Flied out his first time.
Number 25, Dalton Varsho.
In the air, right field. Margot makes the catch, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. As we go to the last of the third, Yandy Diaz now. And strike 2.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper is looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
At the belt and fires. And that one hammered. That's back. And it's gone. They're going crazy in the dugout, and they add a run. It's 4-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Now batting Wander Franco. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And 1-2.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
And down on strikes he goes. And one out now. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Randy Arozarena doubled his first time up. And a 1-1. And now 1-2. And down on strikes. Out number 2. Lau at the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. Here comes a pitch. In for a strike. And a count 1-2. On a line, base hit. Harold Ramirez at the dish.
The designated hitter, Harold Ramirez.
The 1-1. And that's in for a strike. Lau leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's going back. Back some more. Makes the catch up against the wall. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power. Welcome back. Start of the 4th. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. And another ball. Next offering misses, and that's ball 3.
3-1.
Kicks and deals. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Over to Diaz. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Up to the plate is Brandon Belt. Next pitch misses outside, and it's 2-1. And there's a ball. 1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball. And a pitch. Center field. Siri in position. Puts it away for the out. Whit Merrifield up to the plate. He popped out his first time. Strike 2. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in 1 inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game. Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you...
Oh, wow, what a stop. To first. On the money. Nice play.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Manuel Margot. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
The punch out there. And there are 2 down. And now Christian Bethancourt. 0 for 1 so far. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Varsho makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing. Back here at the ballpark, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, George Springer. Next pitch is outside.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Stepping in, Bo Bichette. That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. Now this is in the air down the line. Rosarena moving under it. And there's 1 down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer back in the first. Swings and misses. 1 and 2. Got it by him for the K.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Siri in position. Makes the catch. And that is that. Blue Jays leave a pair. Bottom of the inning. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Siri. That one fouled off. Righty delivers. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll circle the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 5-2.
There was a high slider, but he did a really good job of staying on plane with it, staying slightly above it with his hands. Hit that ball hard, and he got rewarded.
Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 2. 1-1 now. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Trevor Richards.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Right side, hard hit. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Ripped on a line to center. He's got it. Runner tags for home. Lay it home. He's safe. It's 6-2.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball. Just couldn't get it to drop in.
And now it's Brandon Lau. Left-hand batter waits. And that one is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Zach Pop appears to be getting loose. Simber warming up as well. Got him looking. Down on strikes, and he knew it. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Check swing, and he held up.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
So now 3-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Now it's the DH, Brandon Belt. The pitch. Base knock center field. Could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Got him. So he's gotten deep into this game, and at least so far, not showing a ton of signs of fatigue. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. Next pitch is popped up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Back here at Tropicana Field, bottom of the 6th. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Harold Ramirez. And that one is lifted in the air. Springer tracks it down for the out. Manuel Margot up to the plate. 2-2 now. On a line out towards center. Kiermaier hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Isaac Paredes now.
Third baseman.
The pitch. And now 2-2.
2-2.
And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Rays held in. Back now in Tampa Bay. We go to the top of the 7th. And the Rays manager making a new pitcher in the game, Pete Fairbanks. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. And now 2 balls and a strike. Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. And he went around. That's ruled a swing. And the pitch. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Siri in position. He makes the grab. And there's 1 away. And now the shortstop, Bichette. That misses the zone. 2-1. Good eye right there.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's out number 2. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. And down on strikes he goes. And that will end the inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. And welcome back. Set for the last half of the 7th. And now the catcher for the drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Bangs off the wall. Into second with a double. And they've got something brewing now.
Everything came together for him. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to...
And base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And here is line drive, base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's 7-2. Not in time. He's safe.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Rocketed out towards right center. Grabs it on the run. And there's 1 down. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off.
Now batting, The left fielder, Randy.
Randy Arozarena next to hit for the Rays. Swung on, belted. This one's got a chance. That one hops against the fence. In comes the run from third to add on. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Picks himself up at RBI. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Man at second here with 2 away. Brandon Lau, the next to hit. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Springer going back some more. Hauls it in on the warning track. Welcome back. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. On the ground. Franco sends it to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Dalton Varsho now at the plate. And here it comes. Good eye right there.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
The next pitch misses, and the count is filled up.
You got a full count.
And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Now a new pitcher for the Rays, Jalen Beeks.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because
this one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's off the top of the wall. The relay throw. And he's in there as a run scores.
He was all over that one. Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
Next offering way off the plate. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. And now for the Jays, Whit Merrifield. And now a full count. Chapman stands at second with 2 gone. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he held up.
Now back, the center fielder,
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Home half. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Eric Swanson.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Kiermaier makes the play. 1 away.
right fielder, number 13.
Here's Manuel Margot.
Margot.
That's out to center field. Kiermaier moving under it. Puts it away for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Isaac Paredes next to hit for the Rays. The 1-1. And there's the strike. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tim Meza preparing to come on if needed. There's a swing and a drive. Kiermaier ranging back some more. Up against the wall and makes the catch. Nothing doing for Tampa, but they back here at the ballpark. We go to the 9th, and the batter is George Springer. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Caught! right up against the fence.
Rob's a potential solo shot right there. That'll fire your team up, but even more so the player. I'm excited to see how they respond.
So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The 3-1. Fought off foul. This to third. And that'll do it.
These guys had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from Tampa Bay.